It's Reegan, and once again joined by my wonderful co-host Pete.
What's up?
As we embark on episode 4 of our class rewatch. But before we kick things off and before my not at all cringy...
Is it episode 4 or is it episode 6?
What, of class?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4.
Is it?
Yeah, we've only done 3 episodes.
Have we?
Yeah.
What lazy buggers we are. I swear it was more than that.
No. You've definitely rewatched the episodes we need to...
Yeah.
Okay.
I did today as well.
Ah.
I was wait, what's the word? Proactive. Anyway,
yes.
carry on.
So we have 2 matters of business to cover before we kick off with this podcast episode. The first one is we have had a comment. Well, we've had a series of comments actually from one individual. From a wonderful individual called Ant, who messaged us with a wonderful, quite long message. I'll read it out verbatim. Hey guys, big Doctor Who fan here. I've just caught up with your podcast. It's great it's great to finally hear some positive things about class. I'm a delivery driver, so podcasts help keep me going. He then goes on to talk about that he's got a small business where he's doing merch and stuff, so he's given us details for that. If we do end up doing our merch,
our cursed merch.
We have a wonderful 2-person team in order to put that together. They then go on to say it was just a general chatter. I should also apologise for the listeners because Bonfire Night's still going.
I was going to say, I don't know how much of that you can hear. We're not in a war zone yet.
It's a shame that wasn't happening for when we were doing
just doing your
the audio drama
now.
about the fucking war that Reegan was in. But whatever. Quite
close. Oh, and then I hit the microphone with my shoulder.
No, you're right. So unfortunately we're just going to have to keep on going through the war zone. So they actually discovered us through our second shout out on Still Got Legs.
Second shout out.
Yeah, because remember we did that little audio snippet.
Ah, yes, we did.
So, and we sent that in for the last Bill episode.
Yeah.
And they played it out verbatim, which was lovely. I didn't realize how long it was, and they were just there, just listening to the whole thing. But bless them. But they have now put a cap on their audio submissions of 30 seconds
because of us.
Not because of there were other people doing it as well, but we didn't help. So they went on to agree that. Why people they don't see why people like Clara so much. They're with us on our Clara takes, and that they personally are more hyped about Rose and Amy are their top 2.
Yes.
Very
nice.
Just seeing if there's any more. And I sent them stuff about the audio drama, and they were interested in the return of RTD villains in the shape of the Toclafane from episode 3. And they said the only thing that's missing now is Jackie Tyler and Linda with a Y.
Yeah, Linda with a Y.
And the second announcement is not strictly speaking Doctor Who related, but still part of the Regan's Voice YouTube channel. The first episode of a mini-series known as A Town Called Autumn has been released.
Ooh,
it is out, yes. So go and take a listen. It's got a real spooky traditional English folk song at the very beginning, and then is from the perspective of we don't know what, living in a town that's perpetually stuck in the season of autumn. So, title sequence. What am I waiting for? And I'm watching that wee pear, watching that fruit slip away. Sure, it's probably fine, but the screams go on and on and on and on. And oh wait, what's this in my pocket? Is to be a cheeky little hand grenade. I throw it away, far away. Oh no, wait, that's too far away. Going straight over a garden fence, that's too far away. We're back! And we're covering episode 4 of Class, co-owner of a Lonely Heart. It's the double bill about the petals!
The double pill petals!
It's the double petal. But before we get the title sequence at the beginning, we get an attempt to use something known as a heart anchor on the king of the Shadowkin, in order to try and keep what's now April's heart stuck in his body.
In his own chest, yeah.
Based off vague bullshit science.
Oh, yeah, vague bullshit.
Yeah.
Shadow Man science from a Shadow Man scientist that looks exactly like a Shadow Man warrior.
Oh.
Doesn't he? I mean, there's like no differentiation.
It's almost like they didn't have another costume.
It really is.
Although they're not going to do something like they did with the Silurians, where they just give him an apron.
An apron and a coat, yeah.
Oh, that brings me to something. So outside of the podcast, Pete and I, we went to an audition quite recently, and in the car journey home, I heard a hot take from Pete that I feel like we need to tackle right here, right now. That you didn't enjoy the depiction of the sea devils in Whittaker's era.
No, I didn't.
Pete.
I feel like, okay. The original design is pretty cool for what they could have achieved at that point.
Yes.
But then when they brought it back, I just don't think that they did enough to up it to it. They just looked like a squishy little parrot, which I know is the kind of idea, but like, I don't know, there was just something that just fell very flat for me.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't know.
I feel like one thing that they were able to do well was that, unlike the Sea Devils of old, where it looked like it was just basically a black cloth over a person's head and then a stick with the creature's head, and it looked very top heavy. Mm-hmm. These ones at least looked proportionalized well.
Yeah,
and they had animatronics in the eyes and stuff.
I don't know if it was literally just a kind of, they was trying so hard to stick to the original concept that they didn't allow enough change, like in the face and stuff, because they're not, like, from what I remember, everything was quite solid and like unmoving in their face, but it looked like quite fleshy, like it should be able to move.
Yeah.
And I felt like it looked a little bit like my ET-esque, but not up to date enough for it to like really belong in the rest of the setting that they did, because I really loved the design of the rest of the story, like with the ships and the costumes and stuff, and I just felt like they looked odd and out of place, and but I couldn't give you anything to make it better, if that make, and unless, I don't know, just a bit more fluidity in the face. I don't know. The colouring just was very, from what I remember, very basic and solid, where I think maybe like some sort of like mottling or scaling or something. I don't know. I just felt like they just kind of went, Sea Devils, go over there! And just shoved the old one in and gave it a little bit of an update where it could have been so much cooler. Not to say that I appreciate the new design that they're doing for War of the Land and Sea, because I think that sucks. No offence. They're very pretty, aesthetically lovely. Why are we changing it that much? And I don't know.
Well, I'm coming to your rescue, Pete, because some promo images have come out recently that shows this this depiction of the Sea Devil that you're referring to front and center. However, there are two traditional Sea Devils standing either side, and they have updated the design again. But they are back to the classic formula. Nice. So maybe, and this, I don't know, is it, I don't want to say problematic because that's not fair, but it raises some questions, because are we now saying that there's a subspecies between human, are we getting like almost a follow-up to the Shape of Water style?
Maybe, yeah. Inbreeding. I don't know. No, not inbreeding. Crossbreeding.
Is this just? Is it going to finally answer the question of what happened with all those drunk mariners at sea when they happened across quote unquote mermaid?
Yeah, maybe.
And this is the
outcome. Or are we having like, has she tried to humanize herself so she doesn't look as scary to people? Is she coming across as like an ambassador? Or are the traditional guys like slave racy-esque, like grunts, and there she's the more evolved Sea Devil?
Maybe.
There's so many questions.
We do not know, and we probably won't know until Christmas time, I reckon, is when we're supposedly going to get. We still don't have an official release date, despite being in the dawn of November.
I know.
But anyway, back to the show we're actually meant to be talking about. you know, it's not really a shock that punishment for failure is death.
Well, not even just death. Sliced in half.
Yes.
Sliced in
half and dismantling like a Lego figure.
Yeah.
Just
you
clean
can always
bits.
hear, like in the game of Lego game where it goes.
Yeah, that's kind of what we had. And his rage from this failure is reflected in April, because she cut a chair in half.
That poor chair.
Game ended her chair.
Yeah, just killed the chair.
So we get the title sequence, and my next note is fucking Petals.
Yeah. I remember watching it the first time, and I was like, okay, that's a pretty flower. Great. Are we going to have some sort of like weird Clara Leaf moment? No,
thankfully not. And I will say that again, much like the lichen, this concept is fucking amazing.
It's a really good
It's concept. A really cool concept.
It's later on, I can't even remember, it might have been the next episode where you just see this like kind of billowing of them going
flying through the air. Yeah. It's like a shark. It's just the sinisterness of a shoal of these. It's
very like Day of the Triffids-esque, where it's like a plant. You know, you shouldn't be frightened of a plant.
No.
But it's fucking scary. Yeah, and the fact that we don't really pick up on it to start with, like from the beginning of the episode. I think they do that really cleverly.
Yeah,
like we just sometimes randomly see, there's more of those weird. What season are we in? Oh my god! Yeah, and then obviously they start to pick it up. But I really like how they very gradually increase in volume rather than just having one and then suddenly like a pile. It's a really nice.
Gradual thing.
Fucking scary idea.
I can't remember if it was Amazon Prime or Disney Plus, but I think there was recently a Day of the Triffids, I think 2-part mini-series that was released. And it's my only visual exposure to Day of the Triffids that I've had so far. It's all right. It's decent.
I think there was a BBC one at some point with Eddie Izzard. Again, all right, but
I also felt there were slight connections with the Sarah Jane Adventures with this kind of petal subplot. I don't know if you know the episode I'm referring to with the blathering, where they turn up with the plants.
Yeah.
So we get the information that April's dad has been released from prison, and she plays a violin very violently,
very aggressively,
snaps the string.
I think she's still just me. I'm pretty sure the piece of music she's got out there still says "Night Visiting," and that's very not the piece of music that we had before. Anyway, but yeah, breaks a string, which is again unlikely to happen. You're more likely to break your bow than you are to break your string, but we move.
It's a Shadowkin bow.
It's a Shadowkin bow. Yeah, and she cuts her hand, doesn't she? And
yes, and it heals
with a magic blue light.
Yes, and we get cut over to Charles and Mateo, and Mateo's having a wee snoop over the Cabinet of Souls, and we get the reveal to Mateo about the cabinet, in fact, not being empty. Is it me? I don't know if this is later, and I think I've written a note about it, but I don't know. I feel like Mateo's reaction was over the top. I can understand being upset about being lied to, but it feels like he had a personal investment in the condition of the cabinet.
I don't know. I kind of agree. Yeah, like because for one, why are we snooping at it?
Oh yeah,
except for plot. Like,
he's been getting lessons out of Martha Jones.
Yeah, it's like leave it alone. He's he's Charlie's essentially told you what you need to know about it.
Yeah,
leave it alone.
Yeah,
but yeah, it goes snooping, and then really has that bit where he like really chucks the clothes down off the chair and slumps himself in. And it's like, I'm pretty. Yeah, he gets really pissed very quickly about it, and I know that later on they try and tie it into him with the whole notion of bad governments and shit, and he repeats that a lot. So maybe he's just feeling a lot of feelings right now.
Fair, okay, yeah. I mean,
he has recently been thrown out of his house.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on.
He got big feelings, man. He got big feelings.
Ram's dad.
Ram's dad. Fucking love him. Yeah, being very deferential to his son and saying, no, I've not told your mum that you've got a fucking robot alien leg.
Fair.
I feel like I don't know if I'd be able to keep that secret to a parent of a child. Yeah.
No.
Do we know? I can't remember. Do we know if they're still together?
I don't think we do. I think because it seems like from their living situation that they're not.
It seems unlikely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But either way, it's your child.
Yes.
I feel like you...
But how do you explain that?
I don't know.
Because you can't just be like, oh...
Ram's got an alien leg, but I can't tell you any more than that.
And also, he lost his leg, and I didn't tell you about the losing of the leg.
Yeah, I didn't tell
he
you
now
that.
has a prosthetic leg. You can't see it, though.
No, yeah, it's special.
Yeah,
I don't know. He's a wonderful dad.
Yes.
Not so good a husband.
No.
From that.
Or ex-husband.
Ex-husband, maybe.
We
Maybe
get introduced to a new character. Now, I was going to look up something, but I neglected to do so. But Dorothy Ames is the name of the head teacher.
Yeah, Ames.
The actress reminds me of someone else that we've seen in the Doctor Who universe, but I don't know if it's the same actress. She reminds me of the mousy lady that ends up taking over from the Prime Minister in Children of Earth. But I don't know if it's her. She just has the same kind of facial cadence, and the tone of her voice is very similar. No?
I don't think so.
Skinwalker. So
she reminded me a little bit of in Capaldi's last episode. What the lady looking after the orphanage on the ship. It reminded me a little bit.
The one who gets all horny over Nardole?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Reminds me a little bit of her.
Okay, fair.
So I think maybe she's just got one of those faces.
A horny for Nardole face.
New
shirt! Anyway.
Yeah.
There's one for you, Ant. You can take that. Straight to the printing press. So, what about Tanya's highly personal question about Charles? Fucking Mateo. Can't just go around asking that.
I think that's a nice little reminder that she's so much younger than them. Because that's a very childish question to ask.
She realises her
she's
mistake,
like, no, shit, okay, and leaves. But yeah, I enjoy that Mateo just completely doesn't even bother answering. He just goes straight to his locker, like, yeah, you don't need to know this.
No, and neither do we as an audience.
No.
We get a cut to a classroom where the class is discussing if memory serves,
soldiers.
Yeah, but is it like the morality behind soldiers and just the general, or was it a historical event that they were recovering and going over like how they're feeling? And
yeah, I think that they're trying to talk about empathy towards the soldiers, aren't they, and the mindset of a soldier.
April's having none of it.
April is having none of this shit.
And stands up and starts just tearing apart being a soldier.
Like, to start off with, I was like, okay, this, hot take, but and then as soon as she calls them cowards, you're like,
and then she jumps the fucking fence.
You're like, you've gone far too overboard. And and kudos to the kids around her. They call her out on that bullshit.
But they do also hold their restraint, because no one just stands up and says, fuck you.
Get the fuck down. There's that girl who has like the dad in the army. She's like, you fucking what? She could have decked her, that would have been acceptable.
But she does that. She freaks out, understandandly, and then when April sends out another point, she's like nodding away weirdly and like
she is.
Foreground. It's like, why are you now agreeing? Like,
it's like, woman, remember your acting right now.
Yeah, like
remember your character points.
You're meant to be against April's views.
But also, I feel like I know as a teacher you're supposed to embrace all aspects of your students and let them speak their minds. At that point, though, I'd have been like, bitch, remember your place right now. You don't know anything about people's lives.
No.
Shush.
You can't go at it with like a Wikipedia view here. You have to think about everyone in the room.
Yeah.
And then we're in another classroom where we get a demonstration of Charles's hold over Quill. Because there's talks of parents' evening, and Quill's not about it, but Charles is like, just think about my prospects, and I demand that you.
This is you protecting my future prospects. You have to protect me. Here they are. Boom.
Yeah.
And you've got what? Tanya sitting at the front. Going.
Yeah, she pulls a face at that.
Yeah, she ain't liking it.
No, and quite rightly so.
Neither is Quill.
No. Well, Quill's not liking any interaction at the moment.
She's not liking life. Bless her.
And fair.
Yep.
And then we're outside because we've got a little bit before them because we've got the locker, haven't we?
Yeah, we're in the corridor. So April had this moment where she was like, "Oh shit, what was I actually in the classroom?" And call her out, and then she goes, "Oh, what was I actually saying?" So we're like, "Ah, he's gone then, for now." And she's trying to get into her locker.
And
she's not even.
She's just jimmying it.
She's just jimmying the lock. She hasn't got a key in the lock. She's not doing a code in the lock. She's just yanking the fucker. And it's like, mate, come on now.
Maybe Shadowkin's lockers are just a lever.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, and she just fucking karate chops it in half.
Yeah.
And no one notices this, Alex. No one notices. No, it's not even like a quick little side glance of someone going, "Oh fuck!" No, nothing. Noise, explosion type dust, and a broken locker door.
Yeah, this is
quite superhuman feat.
Quite a visual demonstration of out of the norm power, and no one bats an eye. It draws a memory from my brain when I think I was either year 7 or year 8. I was in a very crowded corridor, very similar to this one, and there was a student, I think maybe the year above me, but one of those kids that was just freakishly tall.
Yeah, okay.
And clearly having a bad day, and was walking along, and we had because we were a quote unquote good school, we had wheelie bins in the corridor that were chained to the wall.
Okay.
Because kids will use them. And even though this one was chained to the wall, this kid still used it. He flip somersaulted it. And it obviously didn't go very far, but it still shot and then rattled and then came back down. And everyone fucking saw that.
Yeah.
What was the amusing sub point to that was they apparently had, I don't know whether this had been discovered by a room of teachers, but in my mind it had, and they sent out the smallest teacher to try and pursue this giant student, just shorter than the regular students in the corridor, just trying to no, please, no.
Don't hurt the bins.
Don't hurt the bins. But yeah, kids should have reacted to this.
I'm just convinced at this point that every single child in this school knows aliens exist and just don't want to, so are just pretending that everything they see is totally fine. They're like that bloody meme with the dog sitting in the fire with his coffee. He's like, this is fine. They're just ignoring it at this point. I feel every single kid and every single teacher in that school knows that freaky shit exists and is just ignoring it and carrying on with their lives.
I'd like to think in this school this is going to be a take that possibly only you and me will understand.
Okay.
Not speaking for our viewers at all or listeners, but I feel like the janitor in that school is Samuel from Life is Strange.
Yeah.
Just, oh no, not the not the locker.
The squirrels.
Squirrels. Samuel feeds the squirrels.
If it's not, then it is.
It is. We have made it so. Big up to Samuel. We
fucking love Samuel.
Fucking Samuel's great.
Ram appears.
Yes, and he sees the destroyed locker and
not initially.
Oh no,
does he? He just kind of walks up to her and is like, "You good?" And then she's like, "No, look what I did." And then he's like, "Oh shit, yeah, come on."
Yeah,
you've seen that.
There was a bit prior to this where April's walking into school and Ram's trying to.
Oh yeah, be like.
Does he even say anything? He just kind of walks alongside her and just
says hi.
Oh, okay, and then just kind of smiles at her for a couple of beats, and then she says nothing, and he's like, "Fuck you, cunt. I'll see you later."
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Yeah. So he's not in the best of moods with her, but then
he's
moods
like,
have changed when he realizes she's not having the best.
You've murked your locker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, "Do you want to go home?
Yeah.
Do you want to skip?" No, he says, "Do you want to skip class?"
Yeah, and then they're outside in the car.
Mm-hmm.
How in the bloody fuck does April's dad find them?
Because it's Con O'Neill and he's the best man in the world. I love this man.
Oh, okay.
Con O'Neill is one of my favourite actors and I've met him lots of times and he's so friendly and he's wonderful and I love him. He can do no wrong.
No.
In my books.
Fair. Oh, okay. Well, the character can. And the character
can and he will and he does. But... No, Con O'Neill has my heart.
Fair.
Big time.
He's
a legendary man and he's so kind and so lovely and I love him. And I almost forgot that he was in this until I was rewatching it. And I was like, "Oh, he's coming! It's his time! It's time! It's time!"
I admittedly haven't seen him. I don't think in anything else. I think I may have seen him in a French Napoleonic drama where he played a general or something, possibly.
I think so. Yeah, he's been in SAS Heroes. He was in The Batman. He was in Our Flag Means Death. He's been in...
Of course he was.
Chernobyl. Lots of other lovely things.
He has a very unique voice.
He's got a fantastic voice, yes.
It feels
he was
like...
the original Mickey in Blood Brothers on Broadway. And,
wow.
Yeah, beautiful voice.
I feel like he spawns from that era of actors that have quite interesting voices, like Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger and people like that have.
He's got a very distinct voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An era I wish I was part of, because I feel like I yearn for a good actor voice.
Oh, he was also in another Russell T Davies couple. He's been in a few in a few Russell T Davies ones. He was in Nolly and something called Cucumber, which is brilliant.
Cool.
Anyway, fanboy over.
No, fair play.
Let's continue seeing how much of an asshole his character is.
Yes.
But, I say that, but, we'll talk about that when we get...
Oh, okay. Have we got hot takes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe empathetically hot takes, but
okay.
Hot takes.
Fair. Okay. Well, we'll get to them.
The fact where he just kind of... I assume have they parked outside her house or her school?
No, they're outside the school because.
So I'm assuming he has kept up to date with where she is in school.
Yes, fair, but he has literally wandered up to a car.
Yeah.
Surely you would you tunnel vision. You'd beeline to the school. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
Search all the cars around.
Plot.
Okay. Well, April's angry about the plot, and she freaks out at her dad.
Very validly, because he's breaking the law.
And
also very threateningly, leaning on the hood of a car like that.
Yeah, that's very much like you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's aggressive behavior.
Yeah.
But then to suddenly be like, I'm here to apologise. You're like, okay. Badly done.
Yes, very badly done.
But you have been in prison for 8 years, so shit's not gone.
Social norms have been skewed just a little bit.
Yeah.
And
then Ram comes out and attempts to make things worse.
It's gonna escalate.
Yeah, it's like, don't escalate this, my dude.
He does the kind of classic like standing in his space, towering above him. Yeah, because he's not a tall man.
No, he's a little boy.
April takes control of the situation
in a bad way. Well, April doesn't. The Shadow King does.
Well, she's semi. There's a 50-50 split of action.
She ain't fighting this takeover, is she?
No, she's letting this happen, and she spawns 2 scimitars.
Yeah, after like physically forcing him, pushing him away with not April strength. Then has these swords, and he quite rightly shits his pants.
Yeah. And runs away. If I'm
slices him in the arm. Was that this point?
No, that's later. I think.
Doesn't physically injure him at this point. He's
just on the ground. Road. Yeah.
And no cars are coming by apparently.
Well, it's school time, Pete.
20 miles an hour or less.
Yeah.
Yeah. He legs it. Fair.
Although we know in the Doctor Who universe you can be traveling at 6 miles an hour to kill a man.
That is true.
And after he's run off, we get the new head teacher confront Ram and April.
Yeah. Same question. How did she find them in that car?
But we find out more about her that lends
exactly.
that she might have more information and just more of an ability than normal humans do.
But she comes across as too nice at this point.
Yes,
rather than being like, you should be in class, get the fuck back to it.
Because she initially says that, doesn't she? And then she's like, Ram tries to cut in, and she's like, "Oh, you weren't feeling very well. Very public spirited of you. You take
her home.
Take her home." And then after they've left, we see the head teacher pick up a petal, and it gives her. Oh man, the
that's a nice design of
that
bite.
Is a nice. I every single time that happens in this show, I almost get the tingle where it is because the sound design, like you say, the visual
makeup is very good,
very very good.
Yeah, and because it is, I assume it looks like actual physical SFX rather than rather than digital FX.
Yeah, I'd say that's real makeup.
Real makeup.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah,
it's really good. And I also enjoy that you can't see the little petals' mouths.
No, I mean there's a lot that they don't explain with the petals, but I feel like it's fine.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I know nothing about this. I can't remember if it's got a species name.
I think it said once, but I don't know how relevant it is.
I don't think I care. I love them. I think they're beautiful.
It's definitely in the center of the flower where the bite happens.
They're almost kind of orchid blossom like things, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get the discussing of the morality of the cabinet that Quill overhears. So it's Mateo and Charles speaking in the playground or outside, and Quill's walking along, overhears the conversation.
Yeah, because Mateo's going, if you did use it, you're a mass murderer, essentially.
And he's in verbal distance explaining how the cabinet works and stuff, to which then Quill overhears and naturally is like, it
shit.
Isn't fucking empty.
It isn't empty. He has actually got 1 billion souls in there that he could use.
And she very understandably is upset by this revelation and seen storming through the corridor, just screaming at
Get the fuck out of the way! Essentially.
Pretty much.
To these kids.
And then I think we're cutting back to April's place with Ram and her together. I love the line, "You make me feel safe too," and I added in a "you could spawn giant swords at any point" kind of way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's lovely that Ram's lying.
Yeah.
But surely having seen, that's
her losing control
and spawning 2 swords, that's you'd probably want to. Not to say that she's like a powder keg ready to go off at the slightest thing. Like if you break a glass in her house, you're not going to get beheaded. But just, I think I'd sit them down and be like, so does this happen all the time? And not to get too graphic with it, but like if you're having a fun time, are you just going to spawn a sword and am I going to die? Like,
well, we get the answer to that in a bit.
We do, yeah. Fortunately for him, not so. But
no, I understand where he's going with, like, you make me feel safe because they've got that shared experience, and he knows that deep down she is a nice human being.
Yeah.
But to have just seen you like near assassinate your dad with some, pop-up swords is not safe.
I think the better
scary.
Not to put on my writer's hat and claim I could do any better, but I feel like the better line would have been, "You make me feel seen."
Yeah.
Because they had, like you say, they have both shared those experiences.
Yeah. Because they don't know enough about this to know that she is safe.
No.
So to claim that you feel safe around somebody who is so very visibly and emotionally and metaphysically fucked up is incorrect.
Yes. But I can understand what would have driven him to say it, because he wanted to make her feel
Yeah. Sure. It's a lovely thing for him to do.
It's a lovely lie.
It's a lovely lie.
And
to be honest, bless her, I don't see how he makes her feel safe.
Why? Because he's constantly surrounded by
death
and sadness.
And he has no superpowers. He has a prosthetic leg that has allowed him to kick a ball. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's a lovely. Then again, we are not teenagers in love, so maybe like Patrick Ness knew better of teenagers in love to write it like that way, and maybe it's very realistic for 2 young teenagers watching it. I don't know.
Fair.
I'm sure they're much more dramatic than we are right now.
But almost definitely. Hey, we're part of drama society.
But we're not like.
No, we've got this deliberate drama.
Yeah. We're deliberately dramatic. Not...
Yeah. We're impulsively dramatic like these two.
Not, oh my god, my brain's still developing. I'm firing on all cylinders. Kind of dramatic.
Is it scientifically right that your brain doesn't fully develop until you're 25? Is that right?
Like that, early 20s. Yeah. So
crazy.
That's why teenagers lose their temper so much, get depressed so much, and just fly off the fucking handle. Feel so deeply in love and all of that.
Some of the early choices I made with YouTube channels. And my next note is everyone fucks.
Everyone fucks.
So.
Oh god, yeah, no, because we're cutting in with the Shadowkin and his lovely lady.
Yes, who and before
who looks
before
exactly
the
same as the scientist.
Pete, they have other outfits. Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And there won't be a point later in this 2-part where they abandon all the outfits altogether and they're just smoke. But anyway, so before said fucking, there's a point where this soldier's saying to the Shadow King, your scientists didn't completely fuck up because the anchor that they put in now means that we're able to track the signal across galaxies, and we've singled it out to this holographic representation of presumably our Milky Way. Another sidetrack. Talking about space. Are you up to date with space of late?
No.
No?
No.
Space. Some
What's
weird
happened with
weird
space?
stuff's been happening in space.
What's happened with space?
So in space, we've had our third intergalactic object enter our solar system.
Ooh.
This one is called 3 Atlas.
3 Atlas.
3 Atlas.
Okay.
And it was on, and I say was, on a trajectory past our sun. So if you can imagine Earth in front of the sun, and this object was traveling on the opposite side of the sun, but still visible from Earth prior to going past the sun. And it went very close to Mars and then went past the sun. And there was, I think it was the 28th to around the 30th of October, where it would have been completely out of sight to us. So we didn't know what would happen.
Exciting.
It since has come back out of the area behind the sun and has split apart.
Ooh.
And there's shots on the internet of like this asteroid just like sharding as it splits.
Oh, that's cool.
But we don't know the ramifications to this. I'm sure it's fine. But what I was thinking, reading up on this story and stuff, I mean, there were loads of people out there where they annoyingly posted online, asteroid heads towards Earth. Off, no, it doesn't. It's in our solar system.
But it's not.
The sun is closer to crashing into us than this rock is. But yeah, I just come up with fun little ideas. I'll talk to you about off the podcast about ramifications and things that could happen. But yeah, so we see our solar system, and while things are getting steamy with April and Ram,
things are getting steamy with the Shadow King and his soldier lady.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't need to fixate on this too much. The stuff
too much.
Yeah, there's this stuff.
Ew.
Yeah.
What I did enjoy though.
Yeah.
Shadow King asking for a card.
Yeah.
Because it came across the poor Shadow King soldier lady.
Yeah.
Didn't come off in the best way after this encounter.
No.
It very much sounded like Shadow King got his happy ending and she didn't.
Yeah.
And then she was like, well, I hope you were satisfied, Your Majesty. And he was like, can we cuddle? It was so ridiculously stupid. I fucking loved it.
Yeah. For a moment, it became the Sarah Jane Adventures, and it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose I was a 50-50 split of this is hilarious, but also, I suppose without the written context of it, this is April's heart having entirely taken over the Shadowkin in this moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Showing it goes both ways, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also find out that the anchor, because of all of this is being caused by the anchor, which has made the connection stronger.
Yeah.
And
I can't remember if it was before Sexy Times or after, where Soldier Lady says the scientist man was too cowardly to go the full way. We could put the anchor over all of you, so that you could. If that's later or.
I think it might be later, because I think that then leads to
redact that.
But it's still a thing that happens. We'll get to it. I think. Yeah. But we have okay. Do I tell this story?
I think you have to now.
I think I have to now. I'm so sorry. So there's a moment in this episode where things have happened and the worst possible thing happens. The door opens and April's mum. I think we now have a name for April's mum. I think it's Jackie.
I know.
because I don't think it's actually said, but I was watching this episode with subtitles, and when stuff starts to happen with Jackie, it said Jackie like yells. I'm not 100% sure, but
Googling it. You tell your story.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I had something similar happen to me.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Oh no.
I'm not going to give the grisly details because we don't need that. But and it's not my current partner. It's not Donna. So I'm not shaming anyone here. It was many years ago.
It's Jackie.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Damn.
Well, I guess they were just like, you know what? We're going to struggle to replicate the lovability of Jackie. We'll just steal the name.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just call somebody else Jackie.
Yeah, so I was with my partner at the time, and that was happening. And admittedly, my memory of this is blurry, probably because of what happened. Halfway through,
no,
she gets a message from her sister.
Oh no!
And answers the message.
No.
/ possibly call. It could have been a call. To say, and this sister in question had been away for university and had come back earlier than expected. Oh, no. This sister in question hadn't yet met me, and my partner at the time, for whatever fucking reason, thought this was the moment for her to come up to the room and meet me.
No. What the fuck?
It wasn't a big house. I didn't have time to get into a presentable form for meeting members of the family.
What the fuck?
So she comes through the door. I'm still in bed with my partner. The only thing I could think to do was to go through full possum.
Oh no!
That was all I just couldn't. I didn't know what to do.
Were you stalkers?
Yes.
You were stark bullet naked.
Yes, because also worth noting, this individual and her entire family were like messy hoarders. So not even nice hoarders, messy hoarders. So there was just stuff everywhere. And where clothes had been decanted, admittedly not me thinking ahead, was far away from the bed and over several mounds of stuff to the door. So in that moment where I heard the footsteps coming up, it was like, that was also my first decision where it was like, I'm going to stay here because I don't know if I can get to my clothes in time before they come through the door.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You poor man.
I know.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, so I know in this moment how they feel.
Fair enough. I have
Yeah.
questions about Jackie doing this though. Like, why isn't she knocking?
Yeah.
Or why is she going into her daughter's room in the first place? Because she should be at school, huh?
Yeah, but maybe she's gone in to get washing.
She didn't have a basket with her.
Maybe she's gone to get a little bit of washing. We don't know what maybe. I mean, to be fair, this might be a thing, and this is. I don't mean to. I bet the writers didn't think about this. So this is what we're doing. We're usual Never Ever Eat Pears fashion. We're making shit up. But for a lady who's in a wheelchair, I imagine that April being the only other resident in the house, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That her washing may exist in something like a wicker basket or something on
maybe,
the ground.
Yeah.
So she would come in, pick up said wicker basket, and then take it to the washing machine.
True, fair. Yeah,
so
maybe.
I reckon that's the sitch.
Okay,
That's
the
canon.
All right.
That's why she's there.
Either way, poor Ram.
Yeah.
Touch his pillow.
Attempts to get to clothes, so well done you.
Yeah, well done, Ram. He tried.
And I think then we're cutting to Tanya questioning the way that Charles is treating Quill.
Yeah.
Fairly, because the way that he's doing it, even within the context of everything, is quite harsh.
Yeah, it's really harsh.
And
I know that they've got their whole backstory and whatever, but Charles is supposed to be a nice guy.
And this isn't painting him. I think stuff like this really is a detriment to his character being likable.
Yeah, he's not likable, really.
No.
He's alien for sure.
Yeah, But you can do alien and likable, like 10th Doctor.
Yeah.
Or I think when you think about an alien Doctor, 10th and 11th portray it quite nicely.
Yeah.
I mean, whereas 9th is just sad and 12 is just angry.
Yeah.
You see the more alien sides of the Doctors in that, but they're still likable as characters. Whereas for whatever reason, they just didn't write Charles as a likable individual.
Like, because you can empathize with everything he's been through and this weird weight he has on his shoulders, but
I think without properly seeing the conflict between the Quill and the Rhodian?
Rodian? Yeah, Rhodian, yeah.
It doesn't then... You would just have his word.
Yeah.
On it. You don't know...
Yeah. He's calling her terrorist, but...
Yeah, but you don't see any of that. You just see them see the Shadowkin kill all the Rhodians and stuff.
And you know that the Quill have all been decimated.
Yeah. So having not seen that war... And that's not to say that you shouldn't empathize by someone who's a victim of war and show a certain amount of disdain to those who have caused heinous acts against those individuals. But it's clear, at least from these 3 episodes prior, that Quill is a bit more fleshed out than just a two-dimensional terrorist.
Yeah, of the two, I feel much more empathy for her.
Oh, yeah. So much more empathy.
I don't know
Quill.
as well, though, if that's to do with acting ability, because she's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, later on in the episode, when she gets emotional talking about it, you're like, okay, yeah, sure. Because he's lost his whole family, but at no point do I ever feel like he has. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know that people show their emotions differently. I get that for sure. But like, at no point do I ever really feel like he actually gives a shit. And I'm sure he does. I'm sure he's supposed to as a character, but you just don't. I don't feel that.
No, it's for whatever reason they were like, we're going to port in all the emotional complexities of BBC Sherlock into
Charles.
Charles.
Yeah.
The difference is that Sherlock is interesting, whereas
this
Charles,
guy isn't. He's got one thing, two things. He's got his boyfriend and he's got his box.
Sometimes, Pete, that's all you need.
That's what... I do get it, and Tanya's very right in saying you're treating her like a slave.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it's a prisoner. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're being a dick.
Yeah.
That you can have a prisoner and still not be a dick, and still utilize that power over her without being a cunt.
Yeah, you have to be a just ruler, but also a I suppose that falls into being a just ruler to the kindness and
But also, he's got no right to be a ruler anymore. There's no one to rule.
No, he's just holding on to the...
Yeah, you've got two distinct species who hate each other, and she's got not... What's the point? Genuinely, what is the point? I mean, she might try and kill him, but I don't think she would.
No, I think that with everything that she's lost, if Quill took away the thing in her head, she'd probably just leave.
I'd like to think she'd just leave. She makes all of these, like, big... meh, 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 meh. But, I don't know.
What a revelation from our new head teacher that when I think they're talking to Quill and going over the aliases and stuff that they invented because the governors have been watching, that John and Smith are no longer common names.
I know.
We've gone past the time.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone.
Charlie Smith. She was like, don't get many Smiths these days.
And now we're getting the confrontation with April's mum at the breakfast table. I don't have much to say on this scene, and I feel like I should. I don't know.
It was quite lacking.
Yeah.
I don't think that the mum was angry enough. I mean, she was delivering all these angry lines and shit, but it didn't feel like she actually cared. And Ram was very fucking like
blasé about
it. And
don't worry, I used the condom.
Yeah. He, I think, as a character, either needed to be far more respectful or more of a dick. Because his character is a bit of a dick. He is a bit of a kind of guy. So I think they landed his character very squarely in the passé zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. You're
April
absolutely
didn't
right.
really give anything for the scene either.
There's
It's a very forgettable scene where it should be a good one.
Yeah, and I think in the next episode, some of the cracks in the actor who plays Ram's acting start to show through. There's certain line deliveries that come off very flat.
Yes.
But we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably why I don't have much to say on it, because it's not a particularly impactful scene. It's just
no. Even Ram going, yeah, she saw her dad was a bit throwaway. And Mum was like, oh.
I can't possibly put myself in the place of Jackie, because I'm not well, I suppose it doesn't matter if you're blood parent or not, but I'm not a parental figure with young teens.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know whether in that situation, were I the parent in that, whether I'd sit them both down together.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, admittedly, I'm not going to go full American Texan outback dad about it and sit down with
a shotgun in your lap.
Yeah, with the guy, and then threatened death and violence. I
don't know.
But I don't know. I feel like that should be something where she sits down with just April.
Especially because she's never met Ram before.
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like it was all just very strange.
Yeah.
But again, not got teenagers. I don't know.
No. Yeah, so there's probably not much to add on to that, because the next note is numbed on squirrel. We get a shot because more petals are happening.
Yeah, because Ram leaves and has called Tanya to say that April's got shit going down with the Shadowkin thing, and then we see Hugh again, Dad.
Mm. Oh yeah, he's just waiting outside, isn't he? And he overheard Ram talking.
Yeah, and then I thought initially, when first saw it, I thought, oh, he nearly tripped over like a camera crew or whatever as he kind of walked away and looked down at the tree, and then we panned down and Squirrel's been nommed at.
Yeah.
I think I'd have had a little bit of a better look at that. I don't know if that's just me being a bit morbid, but I think if I'd have seen an animal covered in petals
with like visible blood all over it as well. That's
would have been like,
that's that.
Yeah,
I'll at least put a pin in it. And,
or have a bit more of a visceral reaction to it.
Yeah,
a little eaten away dead squirrel like that isn't something you see every day.
Although, and again, I'm adding to the script that probably wasn't all that deep, but maybe someone who's been in prison, experienced violence, possible bloodshed, maybe numb to the sights of a dead animal.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't know.
Maybe.
I've got a note here. In the hands of a hero, Rhodia can be reborn in the bodies of the dead. It's a children's story that Charles is telling to Matteo. That's the reason why he's kept the cabinet and why he hasn't used it, because there's a belief that the souls can be still kill lots and lots of people, but the souls of the dead Rhodias can be revived.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose this is a little nod to religion overall. Mm-hmm. Like the things that people hold on to are not to offend, but at their best stories.
Yeah.
And it's what makes the darkness bearable.
Yeah, 100%.
To think that there's something after, and not at all a reflection on my life, because with everything that's happened within the last few years, I don't think I need a Garden of Eden. But there are lots of people out there that I dare say probably yearn for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just a nice kind of.
It's a nice
sci-fi
story
version of it,
and it's very. I think this point is actually quite sweet of Charles to say, I know it's a kid's story and I don't actually believe it, but there's always a little bit in there's that sliver of, what if I'm actually wrong?
It's like the mentalities around Ouija boards. Lots of people claim that they don't believe in them, but they'll never fucking use them.
Yeah. Like I was supposed to be at a Halloween party, and I went to the bit with the food. And then as soon as they were like, "We've got a Ouija board," I'm like, "I'm leaving."
Beans.
I'm leaving. And like, I don't I'd like to say I don't believe in that, but what if?
Yeah.
What if it is fuckery and then I die? I won't be happy.
Because you'd be dead.
Because I'd be dead. Yeah. So I was just like, no, I can't do it. And like, it is ridiculous. Like, logically, I know that it's very unlikely that ghosts and Ouija boards are actually real or can do anything to you. But the universe is weird and scary and big, and it's possible. The tiniest little sliver is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, that's absolutely fair.
But yeah, it's a nice. I think it's a nice little bit, and Mateo is still calling Charles out on some of his shit, like his choice of language. Like Charles said, eliminate, and he's like, "That's a bad government word." And there was another word I think he used, and he was like, "Just essentially, you're sounding like a cunt. Quit it." Yeah, giving him a bit of a lesson on humanity and morality, I think.
Which I think, I mean,
that's two of them this episode. Like him and Tanya have been given Charles.
Yeah, and it's I think that's maybe we should take a moment to give credit where credit's due to a character that's been very bland up until now for Mateo at least, where he, like you say, has taken the effort to speak out against his partner.
Yeah. He's not frightened of telling him what's what, and giving him. Yeah, it's a nice morality for that character to have and to want to impart and share with an alien. Yeah, essentially.
We get an explanation around the petals, I believe.
Yeah, because Quill and head mistress are her name are still in the office, aren't they?
Yeah. And she's got a bowl on the table with the petals, and when we keep on going back and forth, the petals, the bowl's more and more full.
Yeah. I enjoy that visual with them kind of like
little rustling,
like rustling and then falling out a little bit. I think it's clever.
And she full on demonstrates, doesn't she, with the
lets it bite her.
It's on the table, and
the little fucker multiplies like 5 times.
And I've only got a few notes left, so feel free to fill in if I've missed anything. But we get...
Have we had her deal yet? The offer? I'm sure we have.
Don't know if we have, but we can cover it now.
I think we have, because I think we have to have had that before Quill leaves the office.
Okay.
To go and... Essentially, Headmistress has said, we as the governors can get that thing out of your head, and you can have your free will back.
Yeah.
If you convince Charles to use this, I was going to call it the spirit box. What's it called? The cabinet on the petals.
Yeah.
Essentially, we need the universe. We need the world saved. We know Charles has this box.
Yeah.
That can do something. They don't quite know what the vibe is, but they're like, then we know it can do something, and we know that you can convince him to use it. So Quill's like, yeah, all right. I want this thing out of my head. Thank you very much.
And I think we then cut back to April's place again, and clearly something's been said because April stormed out of the house.
Yeah.
Jackie yelling after her that she's not done with the conversation.
Yeah.
April walks up to the garden door, opens it, and spawn in Dad.
Here he is. Yeah. Yeah.
Just
fucking idiot.
Knock or something. Don't just stand. How long was he there?
For as long as the director had yelled, scene. But also, why is he still intent on breaking this restraining order?
Well, we do find out...
I know we've had that she hasn't answered his letters and she's not answering his phone calls and stuff. But take that and leave it.
Well, yeah, but he's also here with an ulterior motive now, because after having seen...
very true, yes.
He's here to warn Jackie about...
To say to Jackie, look, our daughter, can produce swords from her hands. Yeah, so he's essentially saying, look, I'm here to apologise, but also to be like, there's something wrong with our daughter. We need to sort this shit out. I think at which point April starts to lose her shit.
Yes.
Is that because of actually her, or have we got Shadowkin influence?
I think we've got Shadowkin influence as well. Yes, we do, because there's a thing that happens.
Lady is trying to,
like you said earlier, make the connection
over his whole body.
Yeah,
and she's like, it's gonna fucking hurt. But let's keep going.
And she initially collapses, doesn't she? She's sitting on a chair while this argument's happening.
Yeah.
And then has the red eye thing.
Ow. Yeah.
Yeah. and collapses.
Yeah, and then gets really pissy and is like, "You need to get the fuck out."
And we get some. I think we get some regaling on how selfish her dad was and what he attempted to do.
Yeah, which is horrendous. What he attempted to do is horrendous.
And I'm of two minds about this scene because there's actually a line in this which I think may be the best line of the whole series. Emotionally.
I'll go for it.
But we'll get to that first because there's something that happens before that. April's angry face is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't know why they decided to do that because if it's meant to be a parallel with the Shadowkin, they don't do that.
No.
It's the whole thing about the Shadowkin and their sinisterness is that they have very blank expressions.
Yeah, really like stoic facial expressions.
Yeah. So you could do the same and just have the light up eyes and maybe do like a Gandalf thing where you like grayscale it or whatever and like, you know, really kind of use pull focus to make her look bigger in the scene and things like that. You don't have to just for the audio listeners, scrumple face.
That was a scrumple face. It was great. Yeah. But again,
they did.
Don't know if that's just a point of her acting ability.
Maybe. And I suppose again
she's young.
Yeah, young actors, it's never always going to be gold, and more often than not it's not.
Yeah.
I can't think of off the dome some great child actors. Well, the young girl in Pan's Labyrinth is probably one of the ones that stands out for me as
wonderful girl.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. But with these teens, it seems to be very kind of up and down with the majority of them. I don't think there's one that is good all the way through.
No, I would agree.
The gate gets fucked up.
Gate gets fucked up. Yeah, she slashes her dad's arm, and then it's about to like full on wipe him out because this is at the same time that
I think it is.
Lady gets decked.
Yeah, because
it's that same parallel, isn't it, of the soldier, the scientist in the chair. It's science lady and the door in it.
Yeah. They haven't failed in what they're doing, have they? It's just like the pain and the emotion of this scene causes him to. Does he like cut off her arm initially? The science lady.
Yeah, I think at a similar time that April slashes her dad's arm, he cuts off her science lady's arm.
Yeah. To which she reacts like it's a fucking bee sting.
Yeah, she's like, all right, sick.
I'll glue that back on later.
Something happens where he gets really pissed off, and that's why he kills her.
I don't know if it's just the pain of the
or it's just
shit that's happening.
Or is it that he can feel her emotion too strongly rather than the other way around, or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah, essentially he's pissed, so he slices her in half, and she slices the door in half.
Yes. And this is where we get the line that I alluded to earlier. You put her in that chair.
Yeah.
That just every single time I get all kind of
Yeah.
Because it's just so the way that it's shot, the visual of her mum and Jackie in the chair, and just the visualization that kicks up for a viewer is just
and he's on the floor at this point, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, the lowest physical he can possibly be to represent the lowest fucking arsehole life there, right, at that point. So it's really clever. Yeah. It's really physically, emotionally, and visually clever.
I think it may actually be in this bit, at least if my notes are correct, where the king kills his lover, because there is a point where he's on the ground and April raises the sword.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Yeah. And then when we see it, she's cut into the ground.
But just before that, Ram comes in and tries to talk April down from and it looks like it's almost worked. And I suppose in a way it has, but the scene for a minute leads us to believe
you think that she's killed her dad.
Game ended.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you say, she's cut into the ground and she just basically tells him to fuck off.
Yeah, you're done.
But before he fucks off, there's I don't know if I'm ever going to describe the emotion that this scene kicks up. For me, it's quite a dark moment. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
but I think. Yeah. Huh?
What?
You go. Sorry.
I'm almost apprehensive to say this because it's not it's not a negative, and not an insurmountable negative to be in a wheelchair.
No.
But obviously it stemmed from a terrible event, and I dare say not to assume that there are points where Jackie wish it didn't happen and could have her old life.
Yes.
So it's not an unkind thing that happens, but with the way that it's shot, the music, the sting, it's clearly a traumatic and quite dark.
Well, yeah,
moment.
I mean, like Jackie talks about it in the next episode,
Yeah.
at the very end.
She
says, that was a violent thing you did to me.
Yeah.
I had accepted that this was my life. It was different, but not less.
Yeah.
So it is interesting. I love that they've included that, because you get so many elements of a disability storyline where all that disabled person wants to do is be able to not be disabled, and it's such a weirdly negative view of a disability. Like, cause even in fucking Glee, like I can't remember the name of the character in the wheelchair, but has a whole musical number where he can stand and walk and dance because that's his dream. And it was so upsetting because at the time, it was before they did that episode, he was a great role model. That was just his life. He was fine. He was happy. He was still doing his music. He was still doing all that and stuff. And then to do that, I remember reading at the time, like loads of people were like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, man! I finally had a role model who didn't want to not be disabled and was actually living their life and stuff." So I think it's really cool that they've done it in this series where she's gone, "I appreciate what you've done for me, but you shouldn't have changed this. This was what our life was, and it was fine."
And I think that paints disabled folk in a far better light in this situation, because, like you say, it shows them in a far more complex and accurate way that people just get on.
People just get on with it.
With their lives. And although people who have gone through having disabilities as a result of something traumatic like April has.
Yeah.
Or as I say, April's mum, but April
Jackie
bearing witness to it. They just eventually adapt and still have a life after, and a life that they're still, and as Jackie said in previous episodes, like, she lives for her daughter and the life that they have together, and that is absolutely enough.
Yeah, it's a very non-disabled viewpoint that April has gone, I'm not disabled, I know that it's quote unquote better to not be disabled, so I'm going to fix you. I'm not going to talk to you about it and say, I think I've got this power that I could fix your spine. Do you want it?
Yeah.
She's just decided
taking the initiative
because her life is quote unquote normal and not disabled, that she feels that is a better option. So yeah, it's very intrusive, very violent, and not nice.
Yeah, because that's the additional, or a completely different issue that's of the same spectrum. That you've got the depiction in a lot of media of disabled folk only ever yearning to not be, and then you've got this other side of it where people assume that they know what's best.
Yeah.
And fixing people when they're not broken.
Yeah, exactly. Jackie is still a person.
Yeah.
At this point. She doesn't want it. I don't think she did. I know. No. I don't know. I can't remember if she ever later on says that she wanted to be not disabled at any point, but at no point in previous episodes has she said, "Oh, I wish I wasn't." She's just like, "We're good. We're fine. We carry on. I'm sorry you have to like look after me a little bit more, but we carry on."
But from what you were describing with Glee, there's a scene from something else, and I think we've talked about it maybe on a podcast before, but we've definitely talked about it regardless. The Shape of Water, a similar-ish scene. I don't know if you know what I'm going to refer to, when the lead has like a dream sequence where she can suddenly not only speak but sing in this beautiful dance sequence. But I think that's done rather tastefully, because it's not her saying that she wishes that she didn't have this disability. The only thing she wishes she could do was say that she loves
that being.
That being.
Yeah. Because they can't communicate at all.
They can do the sign language. They start to build up that rapport.
They start to build that, but like it's slightly different, as he's not another human being. You've got additional language barrier upon language barrier. So that is just, even if she didn't have that vocal disability, you would have that communication issue. So there would have been some sort of dream sequence in which they were both speaking the same language, regardless of which way around it was.
Yeah.
So to have that, that's a very normal thing to do. So I think, like you say, it's tastefully done because regardless of how her character was conceived or came about to be, disabled or not, there would still have been that kind of dream sequence, falling in love with that creature and wanting to communicate a love. So I think it was so much better done than stuff like that.
No, fair. I mean, we shouldn't fixate on this too much because it's not class, but I feel like it went one stage and then another where, although sign language can still be emotive and beautiful, you then take it to an audio way of saying that I love you spoken, but then probably the most emotionally evocative way of telling emotion through song.
Yeah,
it hits those
levels
2 steps immediately.
Yeah,
and beautifully. If anyone hasn't watched The Shape of Water, I'd recommend the
brilliant.
fuck out of it.
All of Guillermo del Toro's stuff, to be honest, they're all stunning, but The Shape of Water is fabulous.
Right, so where the fuck are we?
What happens next? So plunged into chest.
Yes.
Ram's dad is here by this point, isn't he? With Mateo, Charles, and Tanya.
Yes, I think everyone's there in the
Quill
garden.
here too, I think?
No, Quill's not
here.
Quill's not there.
Yeah.
But yeah, she just
Scooby
walks up to her mum. Sorry, mum.
Yeah.
Straight into the chest cavity, and quite a painful looking.
Doesn't look very nice at all.
No.
And everyone's a bit like, oh, I'm sorry, what the fuck?
Because to everyone else, she's just Cuddy marred her mum.
Yeah, yeah. She's going to come out with this fucking heart. She's like, I actually want this. It's in her chest. Yeah.
And
do we have the moment in this, or is that the next episode?
No, I think it is in this episode. But we get that, just again with the music and just that shot. Because that isn't...
Jackie stacks it out of the chair.
Yeah, Jackie's on the ground
out of the chair with Hugh.
Yeah, holding her. And then there's just that moment where she just looks down her leg and then just gently
moves it. Gentle move.
Man.
I was like, ooh-wee. Yeah, I remember when I first watched it, I was like, okay, so because I had assumed that Jackie was a actress with a wheelchair using actress, so I was like, oh, what? So I was like, are we an ambulatory user? What are we doing? I remember trying to figure it out. I was like, well, okay, so are we going to just get up and start walking? But I really liked that it was just initial little movement.
Yeah, she wasn't
suddenly, oh look, I can do a tap dance. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I was a bit like, okay, where are we going with this? I thought it was really.
It was handled a lot better than fucking Jake Sully was in Avatar, where it was just like, oh, I'm in a body and I can now run.
Yeah.
And I've been in a wheelchair presumably for years.
Yeah. I'm just going to be able to run. Yeah, it's rubbish. I do love the films, though. I think Avatar's fantastic.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I love Avatar.
There was a long time where Avatar, the first one, was my favourite film.
It was a good film.
Yeah.
Until you realise it's Blue Pocahontas.
Yes. Which I was in film college at the time, and every student in that class made me acutely aware of that.
I think it became cool to hate Avatar. So
and I don't think I was quite on that. I think I always enjoyed it. The soundtrack's very good.
Love the soundtrack, yeah.
The messages that they're trying to convey, I think they're done well enough.
Yeah, they're a bit ham-fisted, but they're all right. Yeah.
I think the second one is a travesty, and I fucking hate it.
I haven't seen the third one yet.
Well, it's not out yet.
Is it not out yet?
No,
I thought it was in cinemas. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, the second one, I was like, I'm enjoying seeing other elements of this world. For sure, but I was also just a bit like, I don't like the kids. I think the kids are a bit...
I think and this is very much a personal issue for me, but James Cameron and the cast, they all did promo videos where they pushed it like, we're going to use this as a way to depict the negative side, or, well, there is no positive side, but the bad side of captivity with marine animals and things like that.
Whaling and all of that awful shit.
And then James Cameron takes the film and premieres it at a fucking dolphin park. And it's like, you are a cunt.
Yeah, it was badly done. That was in very poor taste.
And also that they, on a far less terrible level, but they just reused the fucking soundtrack from the first film.
Don't even. Some of the lines are the fucking same.
Oh, what the we ain't on Kansas anymore. I audibly said fuck you in the cinema when I heard it. Like, you can't just reuse.
Literally, some of the lines are exactly the same. A lot of the soundtrack is exactly the same.
Yeah.
I'm like, you have enough money and enough time to fucking James Newton Howard, how dare you?
Yeah.
I think it's his music. Anyway, whoever it was, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You're getting paid shit tons for this. Do a new score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrendous. But back in class, one day we will finish this episode.
Yeah.
I
had another Avatar ditch, but
no, go on. No,
fuck is Kate Winslet doing playing a very Maori-based character? The sea people, are heavily Maori influenced.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the kid actors and the main guy were of that kind of area of the world, Polynesian, and then fucking Kate Winslet. No, if you're gonna make that point, cast a fucking Maori actress or a Polynesian actress. If you're gonna try and make that point, make the fucking. Anyway, that pissed me off too.
I'm surprised. I mean, maybe it's something we'll have to bring up in the possible. I'm not going to say for sure, just in case anything falls through. But we may be bringing back King Ben at some point. Oh. You know about this?
Yeah, I do, but like I forget, and then it's like, oh my god,
no, what ramifications? But like, it's surely he has to have a lot to say about things like Avatar.
I would have thought so,
because it's just parallels with stuff on Earth.
Exactly.
All the way down to cultures and things like that. It's just.
We'll have to find out.
Yeah, we will. But we are going to finish off this episode with the last couple of notes. We got after April. Mends the spine of Jackie.
Yeah.
She's like, I am not done. I'm going to open up a crack in time and jump the.
Did we know that these swords could do this?
No.
Because surely, if April knows that they can do this, the Shadow King knows they can do this, so he could find them very easily.
Well, presumably, isn't that what he's intending to do? He's just rallying his troops.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay. I take it back.
Citation needed. Don't know.
Anyway, slices a big old hole through the fabric of time,
and she walked through it.
Yeah. And Ram decides he needs a long distance.
Why?
She's literally just stepped through this thing, and he's like,
surely that's more...
I need to go to the conservatory and run.
Surely that's more dangerous, because what if you misjudge it? Also, man who's just recently had replacement leg. What if you, semi-stack it and only half of you goes through the portal? You're going to be blood sea to death on the side of the fucking garden fence. You penis.
Yeah, silly fucker. Yeah.
But that is where we come to the end of the episode, and I've done it again, and one day I will remember. We do have a Twitter account. Fuck me. Where the majority of the episode catalogs are up there. There's a couple of Big Finish posts. There's the link to all the audio dramas, but you can also have your say of where we are going to go once we finish the 12th Doctor's run. Anyway, it is that time, Pete.
It is.
Where we get a bit merry and we do a wee dance.
Do a wee dance.
Because it's time that we talk about our daft cunt of the week.
What do they think they're doing?
Your ham-fisted bun vendor.
He's an unimaginative plodder.
Apart from losing the master and the missile, you're doing very well, Brigadier.
I helped you devise a less idiotic plan of attack. All the idiotic suggestions.
You're an idiot.
You will bring a terrible retribution upon yourselves if you persist.
Shut up, you silly old fool.
You would dare to harm the great wizard Queequeg-Quag?
Charming. Yeah, they're round the twist, if you ask me.
Pete. Who in the bloody fuck is your daft cunt of the week?
April.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I
solidly didn't like her in most of this episode.
Is it mainly, though, because of what happens at the end, or is it just throughout?
Kind of that. The disrespect towards her mum when she's just found her daughter shagging a boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. And just... Again, you've had these horrible, weird visions, and you've cut a chair in half with a magic sword that you've popped out of your hand. You have 4 or 5 other people that know shit is going down, and that you have half of a heart. Go and talk to them. Go and tell them. They've established trust by this point. as a group because they've done a few things. Go and fucking talk to them.
Yeah.
Don't just be like, oh no, I'm going to deal with this. But no, shitting stupid girl. This is not something you can just be like, yeah, I'm going to deal with this by myself. No. Go and ask for help. Stop being this closeted little shit that tries to. She isn't even trying to do anything about it. She's just moping about it.
Yeah.
Which I understand. Fair enough. Allow yourself to mope.
Yeah.
But don't just have this random ability to throw a sword out and not go and be like, yeah, guys, this is getting worse. We should probably try and
to the only people that she could actually talk to about this.
Yeah. Don't just go and shag Ram.
It's. I want that on a shirt.
I feel like again her character is written as being intelligent, and she has not shown that once in this episode. She is thick as shit.
I mean, if we again dive slightly deeper into her character, I think it's perhaps quite an accurate telling of people who have gone through a traumatic event and have overcompensated for being emotionally strong, where they, quite rightly so, and quite admirably so, have this. I'm trying to think of the right word. Where you are very steadfast in your beliefs and your worldview, and you believe that you are a complete human being, and that you are the strongest person around you, and you don't need to be protected. Fair. But I think also then there are times in the real world where people will then not ask for help, where perhaps they may need it.
Yeah.
Because people are there to help.
Yeah.
And in a stressful alien situation like this, there are only a few.
Yeah. For
April, at least, that she
could
should be
help.
approaching.
Yeah.
So mine
is,
it might shock you.
Oh.
It's Jackie. Now.
The fuck?
Now.
What? No, explain yourself.
And I will.
Okay.
It's technically for something that happens off screen.
Okay.
So April and Ram come home.
Yeah.
To do the sex.
Yeah, all right.
We have established that they don't think that Mum's home.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are shocked when she comes in and discovers them.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you walk into your house when you come home? And presumably if you're walking in with someone, there will be conversation. You're walking in, you might set your keys down on a table or shut a door, and that will make, I don't know, Pete, a noise.
A noise. Maybe Jackie wasn't home at that point. Maybe she was at work.
But then...
Does she work? I can't remember. Does she have a job? Did we establish that?
I don't think she does, because there's a lot of talk of April having to help her mum, so that might, again, not to assume, that might.
I can't remember if.
But
we
if
ever
she does work,
established that
then
she
I imagine it's a home-based job.
Not necessarily.
Maybe well, no,
I don't know if we've ever had that established though. In any point,
we haven't
previously. So she could be at work. Ha! Chink in your armor, boy. But I understand what you mean. Like, she was at home.
Yeah, and I don't know if you have, or if any of our listeners have, and please write in if you do. But I find it the most scary thing to be home alone. Even though I know I'm the only one who has a key to this apartment, I will never have both headphones on whilst walking around doing the washing up, or I will always have one ear free.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
Just to listen out as a security thing.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just me being on edge all the time, but I don't know.
I don't know. I just have my phone playing music from the phone. I don't.
Yeah, well, fair. We'll do that then. But
I need to listen to my dog going ruff, 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 outside, and me going outside going shut the fuck up.
Fair.
Yeah,
but
so
it's more like
out from me dog.
It's more like where I'm doing multiple things around.
Yeah.
And say if my phone's charging, I might just put in one Bluetooth earbud, whatever, and just walk around. But yeah, so I'm projecting a lot onto Jackie at the moment. But without your fairly reasonable thing that they may have just come back from work or the shops or wherever.
Kind of right.
If they were still at home, I find it odd that they didn't make themselves known until after sex.
Yeah, because they weren't being quiet in the room when they were chatting.
No.
Yeah. So it's like she must have heard voices at least before
Yeah.
she heard any other suspicious noises.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, fair enough. You know, I've could do better, Alex. You know. But yeah, okay. I appreciate your input.
Less than
your less than perfect input for Daft Cunt of the Week.
Fair. It had to happen at some point.
I think I've had episodes where I haven't thought of one, so
No,
I think
you're
you're
fine.
definitely ahead of me.
But thank you so much for listening to this episode of Never Ever Eat Pears. If you have a comment like our dear friend, and if you would like to, you can direct message our Facebook page, which is Dirty Old TARDIS. You can leave a comment on the Spotify account or on YouTube, and we will read it out in an episode. But until the next time, unless we have any other order of business,
No.
Pete and I are blasting off into time and space.
Bye.